where, in fact, this is where the prophet nickname came from. So I would talk about the future a lot, where the future of gaming was going, where the future of tech was going. And it turned into almost like a segment on the show, Paul's Prophecies. Like and these things would come true, which was cool because, you know.
Star Trek fan at the end of the day.
That's it, right? Like I as the cult leader, you start to drink even your own Kool-Aid. You go, well, maybe I am a prophet. Maybe I do see the future, right? And it became prophetic, and the prophet nickname just stuck over the years. As part of those prophecies, I'm an Arab, I'm Lebanese, you know, that's my background. I'm born in Canada, but I have that sort of the roots from here. As part of that, I saw what was happening in this region, even sitting in New York. I had my ear to the ground, and I saw what was starting to happen here. And I saw the pieces that were being put in place. I saw governments starting to think about this. Before anything was even announced, before press releases, before any national strategies, before any of this. And I started to put out content that was like, hey, you, Mr. Listener of my podcast, don't realize you're sleeping on the opportunity in the Middle East. Everyone was talking about Asia, China, Korea, even Japan to a lesser extent, as the future of gaming markets. And I never saw it that way. I like to be a bit of a contrarian. I like looking at what everyone thinks and disagreeing. And so the Asia thing never interested me. Yes, you have huge populations, but the average spend is very low. Like, I never liked the dynamics of those markets, highly regulated, and the regulatory environments are chaotic, right? 1 second, they're literally bipolar. 1 second, China will approve a bunch of games. The next second, they don't want anyone gaming and they're restricting it. So from a business standpoint, those markets scared me.
Yeah.
And I saw in the Middle East the exact opposite. Fast-moving, governments with conviction, lots of money, business-friendly environments, right? Like check, 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 check. And so I started with this sort of, at the time, was a contrarian viewpoint of, forget Asia, everyone's sleeping on the Middle East. And over time, I would say this on 1 episode, became saying it on 10 episodes, became saying it, I probably said it on 100 episodes. And at some point I realized I'm a little bit tired of talking about it.
Let's do it.
Let's just do it, right? Like this is taking longer than I thought. So I'm gonna uproot everything here and I'm gonna just go do it. And be a part of it and drink my own Kool-Aid.
Yeah.
With keeping with the cult analogy. and I think that was really the driving force behind it, because at some point, if you believe in something strongly enough and you want people to see things your way, you have to be willing to go along with it yourself. It's not enough to just talk about it.
Lead.
Absolutely.
Lead on that.